Recently, I had a workshop on home purchase on installments. This is a brand new concept which I have developed um, so that I took the good parts from rent to own and converted them into a brand new concept called home purchase on installments. And a lot of my clients and participants wanted a video of the same. There were a few people who wouldn't were not able to attend the workshop and requested for more information. I've decided to break up my workshop into four different videos and share that with you. This video is going to be the overview, and then this is a must-watch video to understand what this concept is about. And then we have other sections which I've broken it up into buyers, uh, in case you need help collecting a down payment for your property, how you could use this program for halal home purchases. This is for my Muslim brothers and sisters who are looking to purchase a home without interest, how this program might actually be able to help them. Then we have a seller's point of view, and then we have the investor's point of view. Let's get started. Before I get into what the installment to own program is, a little bit about me. I am amongst the most reviewed realtors on Google in the GTA, the Greater Toronto area. I can provide up to $25,000 for 6 months interest free. So if you buy and sell with me, and you require cash for renovating a home or for immediate expenses once you buy a home, I can give you 6 months interest free from my own money. It's not bank or a lending institution. It's my own money which I'm giving. I have access to off-market properties. When I say off-market, that means they're not listed on MLS. I am the creator of Purchase on Installment. There are some unique investment strategies which I have, uh, such as for sellers, sell and stay homes. There are quite a few other unique investment strategies which I have, which I may do on another video. Right now, let's concentrate on purchase on installments. And of course, I'm the author of the book, The Unconventional Real Estate Trade, Conventional and Unconventional Methods to Profit from the Real Estate Market. Let's get started. What is the difference between rent to own and purchase on installments? Now, rent to own is known as a rental purchase agreement. It's a legal document transaction under which a tangible property such as furniture, consumer electronics, motor vehicles, home appliances, and real property is leased in exchange for a weekly or a monthly period with an option to purchase the property during some point in the agreement. So the key word to remember out here is the rent to own is an option to purchase. Option to purchase, it's a right to purchase but not an obligation to purchase. So the buyer does not have to go in with a purchase, but the buyer has the right to purchase the asset within a particular time period at a particular price. Now let us give an example of a rent to own. This is not mine. This is a rent to own which exists in the market, and I personally do not like rent to owns, and I'll tell you why. Let's say if the property is worth $500,000. Your rental is $2,000 per month. Your option payment is $500. What do you mean by the option payment? Since you will have an option to purchase the home, there is an option payment which is actually required. That's called an option premium. The option premium as a down payment, that means that these $500 which you contribute as an extra option premium, that can be added to your down payment. That will be what you can use as your down payment. Now, let us say that a person rents this property for 3 years. Calculate the amount of payment required in 3 years' time. So he's buying the property for $500,000. The rent is $2,000. The option payment is $500. The answer is that the option payment, which is 500 multiplied by 36 equal to $18,000, goes towards the down payment. In 3 years' time, he'd have to come up with $482,000, either directly or from the bank or from whichever sources he feels appropriate. So you see out here, there is a little bit of a help in helping tenants purchase a home, but not a significant amount of help. The disadvantage is that there's no certainty. Remember, I said that the rent to own is an option to purchase the home. Option, that means that they don't have to go ahead with the purchase, and they have very little down payment help. So based on these disadvantages, I created a new system called purchase on installment. Now this is created by me, Hussain Gandhi. I remove any uncertainty. That means that it's no longer an option to purchase, it is a contract to purchase. I help collect down payments, and there is skin in the game for both buyers and sellers. Let's look at the same example. But before we look at the example, let's look at what the contract is. It's an extended standard purchase and sale agreement. It could be a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10-year agreement. All the payment which is made out here is as a deposit. There are clauses in it which will protect the buyer, the clauses in it which will protect the seller. And there is no rental agreement. You have a license to occupy the premise, but there will be no separate rental agreement. Let's look at the same example. The property value is $500,000. Now you have a deposit of $2,500. Remember, previously also the rent was $2,000 and the option premium was $500. It's the same example. The occupancy period is 3 years. Calculate amount of money required in 3 years' time. So 2,500 multiplied by 36 is $90,000, and $500,000, which is the property value, minus the down payment of $90,000, is $410,000 is what they'd have to come up with. You see that earlier in the rent to own program you could collect only $18,000. Here you collect $90,000, and you could use this perhaps as a down payment towards your home, and you get the rest via a mortgage, or you come up with the rest of the money. Now let us look at the major differences between rent to own and purchase on installment. The rent to own is an option, purchase on installment is a commitment. There is little down payment help in rent to own, and we target at least 30% down payment on purchase on installment. There is little skin in the game. There's a major commitment, because if the buyer has 30% of the property value as down payment, most likely they're going to go ahead with the deal. It is not possible to buy 100% on a rent to own. It is possible to purchase 100% on installments. In fact, that is a system which I will be talking about to the Muslim brothers and sisters who want to actually purchase the home without undertaking a mortgage or paying any interest. This has a paper advantage to the buyer, because the buyer has the right but not the obligation. He has the option to purchase it, but the real advantage is to the seller. Why do I think the real advantage is to the seller? Is that the option premium is generally dictated by the seller. The seller knows that in most cases, through rent to own, the buyer will not be able to come up with the rest of the money down, so he just eats away the option premium, and it's just free money, and then they are able to sell the property at a much higher price. Though the paper advantage is to the buyer, the actual real advantage is to the seller. Here, on purchase on installment, in my opinion, it is fair and balanced. Now I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to look at the 3 or 4 different points of view. One is the buyers to help collect a down payment, then buyers for halal home purchases, that means purchase of the home without interest, then the seller's point of view, and then the investor's point of view.